I just got done watching Killer Elite. Uh, it's the one that stars Jason Statham, Robert De Niro, and Clive Owen. Pretty much the most manly cast you could ever assemble. Pretty badass cast. And based on that and the trailer, I wanted to see it. And I have to say, man, I didn't like it. I didn't dig it. It's not terrible, but anyways, it's basically Jason Statham is an assassin who gets forced out of retirement when his old partner is being held prisoner. Robert De Niro is being held prisoner by this oil sheik, and basically he's trying to lure Jason Statham out because he wants Jason Statham to go kill these people that killed his sons. And Jason Statham's gonna do it so he could save Robert De Niro. At first, I'm like, man, this is a fucking lame setup. So basically, the whole movie, Jason Statham is like this fucking, Arab oil sheik guy's bitch. And, but then, he goes there to meet with the oil sheik, and he's like, all right, but I want to see Robert De Niro and make sure he's okay. So he goes in to talk to Robert De Niro, and he's like, fuck this, I'm breaking you out here right now. That's when I was like, oh, this movie's gonna be awesome. They start breaking out, they're shooting the fuck out of everybody, but then they get stopped at the end, and they're like, you're not getting out of here. De Niro's going back to his cell, and you're gonna have to go kill these fucking people for us. So it does go with the lame premise. I guess you can't really fault it, because I guess this is based on a book called The Feathermen, which is a nonfiction book. Like this, I guess the guy that wrote this claims this all happened, but it's just a lame premise for a movie. It's like, oh, Jason Statham is this fucking guy's bitch. He has to go kill who he says in order to get Robert De Niro out of captivity. And so the people that killed this oil sheik's sons are like British soldiers, like SAS. So it's Jason Statham versus like ex SAS guys, one of whom is now he wasn't one of the killers, but he takes an interest is Clive Owen. So Clive Owen's seeing some of his old boys are getting killed, and he's trying to find out who's doing it. And so he's going after Jason Statham, and it's just a dull. It's like a dull movie, like a couple good scenes mixed with a lot of boredom and them planning how they're gonna kill people, and then it's just I didn't get into the story, man, and I doubt I'm alone. Like it's not interesting, and it's too much going on. It's a little confusing, and I think there was like a twist or two that I missed. Because honestly, at some point, I stopped. Like I was tuning out the movie for parts of it. It's just too long and dull. Like I stopped caring. I don't think I ever cared in the first place. Why are you gonna care? The only thing is just, he wants to get his friend out of prison. The best scene is in the trailer where Statham's in the chair and he's fighting in the chair. He fights these guys while he's strapped to a chair, and then he jumps out of the window with the chair. That was the best scene, and it wasn't even like it was kind of cooler in the trailer. I don't know. I can't hate on this movie. It didn't interest me, and a movie with Jason Statham and Robert De Niro and Clive Owen, and Ben Mendelsohn. It should have had my blood pumping, but I was just like, all right, that was kind of cool fight, but there's nothing making you care about the fights, or I don't know. I hate to. I'm not shitting on it. I think it's. I don't know. It's not like a movie that I hate. I just was not interested, which is, it's that's disappointing for the cast that you have here. And this is like an action movie. I didn't like the premise, and I didn't care about all the little minor plot points, and I don't know. And it had like a weak ending. It really did have a this weak ending out in the desert. We were just like, what the fuck? And why are these guys even still enemies at this point? Blah, it's just, it didn't build towards anything exciting. It did have a weak ass ending. Guaranteed, man. Watch that shit. You might like the movie, but you'll have to agree that the ending's like, what? And it's like maybe they're trying to leave open the possibility of a sequel, but I don't see anyone wanting to see a sequel with these characters and like what would happen to them. I don't know. It's lame. It's a lame fucking movie. I'm sorry. I don't hate it, but it's 2 out of 5 stars for me. Let me know what you thought of this one, because it just didn't do it for me.